Yeah.
We.
All going to the top, right?
There you go.
Well, is Anthony Joshua going to go to the top again? Is he going to become a 3-time world heavyweight champion? How do you see this fight?
What, does he become 3-time heavyweight world champion?
He would be, yeah.
Yeah. That's lit.
It's quite. He'd join a very, very small group of fighters in history to have done that, and he'd be doing it at Wembley Stadium. What is the Moses Itauma breakdown of Joshua versus Dubois?
I don't know, you know. I actually don't. I watched that Dubois thing that TNT made yesterday, and I was like, okay. I didn't clock how big Dubois was when he was 19. I was like, shit, I thought I was big. But I thought it was very one-sided at first, and I still kind of do feel like it's one-sided towards AJ, but not as much as I thought. I feel like Dubois got a good chin, he's got a good jab, and Anthony Joshua's obviously very powerful, but, you know, Dubois got that lights-out power as well, so I'm like, this could be a bit sticky, but I feel like AJ's going to be a bit too seasoned for him.
What did you learn about Daniel Dubois when you sparred him? Because you've done countless rounds together, right?
Didn't learn anything. I didn't really go there to learn. I was prepping for my fight, he was prepping for his fight, and I just thought, why not? I didn't really go. What did I learn about him?
Not that you went there to learn, but what was your takeaway? You thought, oh, he's got a good this, or he does this well.
His jab's like so underrated. He actually has a good jab. Good chin. He's quite fit. He has got the gas tank, and he's quite quick. He's underratedly quick.
And with Joshua, have you?
And those are the words of Moses Itauma as he reveals that I didn't learn anything from Daniel Dubois. That was funny. But what he meant by that was, I mean, he wasn't really there to learn anything. He was there to tune up for his fight, you know, and Dubois was gearing up for his fight. So they were there just pretty much aiding each other, not really, you know, absorbing or sponging information out of each other. But, you know, it just shows you, though, honestly, where Itauma, I think, where he's at, or where he feels he's at, is somewhere not too far from where Daniel Dubois is. Okay? Now, you heard him say, hey, he has a jab, you know, very good jab, very underrated speed. You know what I mean? Very underrated jab. And I think that Moses knows that, hey, you know, he's been in there with both guys now, you know, and he knows that, like, hey, I didn't learn anything from Daniel Dubois like that, you know, but I know he's good and I know what he's good at doing. So I think that speaks a lot for him. You know, Daniel Dubois is a guy that, you know, I think people need to be careful on underestimating Dubois, because Dubois, I think that's his stronghold. See, the last two fighters did the same thing to him. They did the same shit. They underestimated that guy. They thought he was going to quit. They called him bitch. They called him weak. They called him, you know, they called him a lot of things, triple knee and all that stuff. So, like, you know, he's look, if someone thinks you're going to go in there and do one thing, you know, that's not a surprise for you to gear up to do something else. You know what I mean? They just thought he was just this weakling, this big dumb weakling with no foundation, with nothing really under him, that just was weak. You know, a big something with nothing inside. But he showed them. And I don't think he has that anymore. I don't think he has that anymore. Like someone like Moses Itauma said, well, man, I didn't really learn nothing from him, but I can tell you he has a good jab, you know, and he's very, you know, he's quicker than people think he is. Well, that's good. You know, ask Trevor Bryant, because I seen that with Trevor Bryant. He caught Trevor Bryant with shots and took Trevor's ass out. Trevor was in no shape, ready, or conditioned for a punch from Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? And I think people need to adhere the fact that this man can punch. You know, that right uppercut he caught Lorena with, yeah, that did take Lorena out, because he knew, like, getting hit with a shot like that, ooh, you know, that's a tough blow. You know, this is boxing, bro. It will, you know, this is boxing's brutal, man. You know, but it is funny. Like, I didn't learn anything from him, you know, you know, but it just shows you where Moses was to, you know, really talk about that in depth. Moses is in a situation where he's like, look, I'm trying to be the youngest heavyweight in the world, and Daniel Dubois isn't showing me something that I never seen before. But looking at Dubois, though, honestly, is Daniel Dubois, or has Daniel Dubois did something that you haven't seen? No, he hasn't. You know what I mean? Is he a fighter that kind of sticks out? No, he doesn't. But that's the type of fighter that you could end up getting beat by. But you guys tell me what you think of Moses Itauma and his take and breakdown on Daniel Dubois. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!